Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Red with you. Another edition of Resonant Rise. Okay, we have some fun stuff to do today too. Let me tell you guys, there is a whole lot on our plates. We've been doing a lot of stuff, and it's time to get you guys reacquainted. First off, look at this: Atlarius, adamantine. You put them together, you get tartarite. We will be cranking up some top end metal, my friends. We're going to go ahead and do that right now. So while that smelts, we've got a few other things we wanted to do. One of the things I wanted to cover today, because that's going to take a little bit to get going. One of the things I wanted to cover today, I've had a lot of questions from folks asking about the hydrogen generators, just because they don't seem to be. They're a pain in the butt. I'm not going to lie to you. They're a real pickle to actually make work and work properly because they are definitely facing specific, meaning that the direction that the actual machine is placed on determines whether or not it's going to work properly. So I'm going to set up a power room down here. It's something I've been meaning to do anyway, and this way we can kind of cover those hydrogen generators, and maybe folks will get a little bit more acquainted with them. This is the setup that I've been using. It's generating all sorts of food and whatnot. Just a planter harvester, what have you, half cotton, half wheat. Uh, Sets into the dumps into the chest, goes into the fuzzy import bus, which boop, sends it right up into the ME network. Works like a charm. It's great. It's good stuff. Anyway, all right, let's get to work and build ourselves a little bit of a power setup. I just realized I made this room 4x4. Uh, I don't think we can do that, can we? I really don't think I can live with 4x4. Okay, the room's going to get a little bigger. Hang on. Because, yeah, I don't do even-sized rooms. By good, it's messy. We can't have even-sized rooms, and I'd smash too many. Hey, we're starting out on a positive note, aren't we here, kids? All right. Okay, torch, get out of the way. You can go up top. There we go. All right, first things first. We're going to set us up water supply. So you go, you go, you go, and you go. And actually, we're going to need to do it this way. By the way, this is something else. I'm glad that this popped up here. If you don't have a shovel, I'm using my axe, and every time I do, it gives me flint. I don't know why it does that. I don't know if it's because I've got I mean, it's got luck, but and it's got fortune. I don't know. Maybe that's doing it. Anyway, I thought I'd bring that up because it is interesting. Too bad I don't do bees because there's a hive. Um, I'm tired of doing bees, so I'm not doing them this time around. It's just not going to happen. All right. So we have now opened up a space here where we can put water bucket and come back here and water bucket and aqueous. All right, that should be filling right up. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Sure is. Let's get the fluid ducts set up. We're going to put them here and here and here and here. I'm setting this up in such a way to where we can go back and add more to it later, should we choose to. The electrolytic separators, by the way, don't try that word at home. That's nasty as all get out. Electrolytic separators. The recipe for making them is fairly straightforward stuff. It's iron, this enriched alloy, which if you just remember is just redstone infused into iron. So we need a couple of those. And then electrolytic core, which is, again, more of the enriched alloy, osmium dust, gold dust, and iron. Fairly straightforward stuff. It's not terribly resource intensive. Now let's go ahead and bloop. Okay, so that's number one. And bloop. And bloop. And wow, is that just drinking? It's drinking everything. Okay, it'll take a minute for all of this. You can see now the fluid ducts catching back up again. Okay, now it's important to make sure that these things are set up properly. And I always have to test this stuff. It's that's an annoying bug too. Backpack. Hey, there it is. Um, by the way that I got all of the adamantine and Atlarius is running around in a minotaur maze until I found a creeper. I dragged the creeper then, just slowly moving backwards and forwards. I dragged the creeper over to where there was exposed orichalcum and then had him blow up. because I didn't have anything to mine it with yet. But the creeper blew it up and set off a trap, which then blew up all the area, which gave me the drop. I smelted the drop, put together a junky little pickaxe here, which is an orichalcum head and then like stone and paper, because what do I care? Because I'm not going to use it. And I just used that. I used my regular pickaxe for doing all the important stuff. And this guy I kept just for mining orichalcum, uh, Atlarius, and adamantine. So he's just kind of sitting here in the inventory. Now we've got the stuff to make tartarite, thanks to a creeper blowing up and getting me all my goodies. So I thought that was kind of fun. I'd share that little tip and trick with you. It's kind of neat. All right, so you can see it definitely makes a difference. We're rotating all of these little guys, and I can't honestly remember which side it comes. I believe it comes out of that side now that I look at it. Or is it on the outputs? I think I don't honestly remember, but we will figure it out. Now, looking at these guys, we want to dump oxygen. Don't care about oxygen. Don't even care a little bit. Dump an oxygen. Who gives a fig about oxygen? We want to output, come on, buddy. We want to output hydrogen. You see how it's changing the name? Now remember, I'm using a texture pack, so it won't look exactly the same if you're on the default graphics. But if you think of it this way, that's the back O machine. We got the H for hydrogen. I'm pretty sure that means it's going to import out that side. Now you'll notice there's also like input looking things on the sides. You can kind of ignore that for right now. Oh, I forgot to grab the fluid pipes. That's okay. We'll go do that real quick. We're gonna go grab some fluid pipes. Boop, back you go into the backpack. I love this knapsack. It's so awesome to actually have to be. I'm just carrying all my tools. I'd spammed out a whole bunch of Mistcraft ages. I was looking for a mining type world to set up a quarry in, and I actually found one like on the first try. So, yep, we didn't bother going anywhere from there. So now we need some of those pressurized tubes. I don't think I have any. Well, I do have some. I might need more than that. Let's take a look at the old recipe and see if we can just make some up easy. Pressurize. There we go. That'll play. All right. The recipe for pressurized tubes is just glass and steel. Well, we have glass and steel, so we're gonna go ahead and crank out a few more of these because we'll need them at some point. Okay, great. Thank you. Off we go. Do. By the way, how's this coming? Molten tartarite. Can't wait to start doing stuff with that. I haven't even decided what we're gonna make with it. Probably gonna make everything, but I really want to make, and then I'm gonna get back to this. I swear to you, a tartarite and this guy. What the Tartarite Enchanter does is, instead of your normal enchantment table, the vanilla one will let you enchant an item up to 64 levels. Tartarite will take that up to 64 levels. So from 30 levels for vanilla, 64 to Tartarite. Pretty nifty. So that's on the plate of things to do. We will be doing that probably. So anyway, that's just it. And if you guys have any specific requests for the Tartarite, what you want to see made, I'm debating. I love my battle axe, but I'm debating making a Tartarite one because the Cobalt head that I've got on this one starts out base attack, I think 3. The Tartarite, base attack 5. So, I mean, it hits like a truck. So I may do that, but then again, I may do armor. I don't know. There's options out there. I got my old green suit on because this is about the only use I could figure out for this goofy Varrock series stuff. I've been making it for the guys on server too because I've got bucket loads of it, and I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with it. It's useless to me. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Off we go. All right, so pressurized tubes. We're lining them all up here because what we're going to do is we're going to set this up like so, because I want to be running 2 hydrogen generators off of each one of these whatchamacallits. I believe that's a technical term. Now, I don't have enough generators made up right now. There will be more coming in the future. I just didn't get around to doing it, is the long and short. Da-da-da-da. Boop. Okay, there we go. So, now, let's see if everything, because it doesn't look like, okay, so this thing's full of, that's right, I forgot we needed to jumpstart it, don't we? We do. So what we're going to do, because, getting a little touchy touch of lag there. Whoa! what we're going to do, we have some of these hardened energy cells, and we will be using those in the future when we load up on this thing. But what we're going to do right now is I'm going to grab, boop, tell me that came into my inventory. It did. Good, great, grand, wonderful. What we're going to do now, I hate how if you fall on a cable, you have to like wedgie yourself out of it. It's annoying. Anyway, I really should have made this more friendly to get in and out of. I should have done a lot of things. Didn't. Lesson learned. Okay, so let's set this up just real quick, I promise. That's input, that's output, it's input. I think that should be, yep, there we go. Phew! Filling right up, and it's probably pulling it out of here too. That's fine. Oh, poor Elias. Anywho. Okay, so now we've got our jumpstart, which is our leadstone energy cell. Remember, these little buggers, they need power at some point. So we're actually going to have to dig a power trench back to them. I should have thought of that ahead of time. Oh well. We'll make this thing work, because what we're going to do, see, this is like building for dummies, because I tend to forget a lot of these things. A lot of the mundane, quote-unquote, details, I tend to gloss over when we're making these structures, which is why they start out and they should be pretty, and they end up being these horrible atrocities that really have no business being anywhere around civilized society. That's just kind of the way that things go for me. Planning, no. Creative design, yeah, sure, I could do that. That's something we can do. We can plan the stuff out. Whoop. Okay, come on, gravel. Let's go. Let's go, buddy. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and do like yonder, 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 and yonder, and yonder, and yonder, and yonder. And we're actually going to do this underneath yonder, and yonder, and yonder, and yonder. Why won't you go down there? Oh, laggy lag. Oh, you know what? I don't think I can do it under. I think it has to come out the front. I do. I'm pretty sure it does now. Now, the more that I think about it. So that's fine. We'll just boop, 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 boop. Come here, you. All right, so we'll go this way with it. By God, everything's going to work out, I promise you. Okay. All right, I'm pretty sure that this is the proper way to go about it. Now, what we also are going to do is we're going to knock out this wall just so I can get to things a little bit easier. We're going to take this away, okay? And we're going to load up our energy cell right here, okay? It's going to be, that's going to be an incoming, no, wait, that's the wrong way. Bless it. Okay, that's incoming, and I never can see what I'm doing. Okay, so that one, no, that was in, you knucklehead. So that's incoming, so that should be outgoing. It's clearly the wrong one. Well, oh, I think that was it. I think that's it. I think I got it. I got it. Figured it out. Terrible with those schematics. Okay, so it should be pumping energy. If you look at it now, well, it should be pumping. Yeah. You see these guys? They're all lit up. The pipes themselves have turned white. Everything appears to be flowing properly. Okay, let's make sure that hydrological. Okay, good. It's got power. You can see it's got water and it's got power and it's climbing. Good. Power. Everything. Yes. We like the way that things are going. We do indeed. Okay, now what are you guys doing? Looks like it's getting hydrogen, using it, pumping it right back out again. This little guy's accumulating pretty quickly. This guy's accumulating. This guy's accumulating. Okay, so our red star, our cell is being fully powered. Okay, so you guys kind of see at least a little bit hopefully this makes it clearer than mud. Granted, I didn't do it in the most professional manner, but you get an idea of how it's supposed to set up. You've got your electrolytic separators, making sure that the back, which is the side away from the engine, the HO, I don't know what it looks like in default, but I'm sure you guys can draw the parallels out. And it needs to pump out the back, goes through the pressurized tubes, and again, it has to be pressurized tubes. That's the only thing that handles hydrogen right now. There is hydrogen from other mods, but it does not fit the pressurized tube, and the pressurized tube only handles this hydrogen. Okay, I think we've all belabored that point to death. And then your generators, it comes in through the back, goes right out through the front, pipe it through an energy cell. And the reason that you do something like this is basically like a storage mechanic for you. And you want to have those kind of as long as you do it in line, so power's coming in, it flows into here and then flows right back out again. That way, if there's an excess, it just sits in the cell, which also reminds me, oh, 80 RF a tick out. Yeah, we'll be changing that because the hardened pipes do 400. We'll be getting rid of this little guy. He's just our jump starter. That's really all he exists for. Um, and then we will be also doing something along the lines of do 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 do. Look at that. I don't know what AC's on about, but then again, most of us don't ever know. Anyway, okay. So we've gone ahead and hooked all into the main power grid now, which is important. We've got everything hooked up. It's all flowing. That's all going upstairs, back into where we've got the ME network and all the rest of that jazz. So all of this is now hardwired into the system. We've just added a ton more power. These hydrogen generators work very, very well. So we've added all of these hydros into the system now, which is going to allow us to do some fun expansion stuff here. And we will be doing that. I'm planning on, well, you know what? I'm not going to spoil surprise. Not going to tell you. Nope. I teased you, and I'm not going to tell you. Ooh, I forgot I had one of these guys. Let's go put him on too real quick. Let's just do that, just because we're doing it. Hello? There we go. Okay, let's take, perfect. We will take yonder out, and we'll put yonder in. And now we need this to be, okay, so input here, that's fine. We want output there. Hey, I got it right on the first try. Proud of me. I'm an idiot. I know I am. 1532. Okay, so it's basically just pumping straight out of there, which is fine. That's not a problem at all. Oh, we want max out. There we go. All right, so all right, that should be doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's pushing all the power through right now, which is why it's not gaining, and that's okay. We don't mind that. That is perfectly acceptable. Okay, yeah, because he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's not. There we go. So if I turn that off, it just immediately starts. Wow, look at how much power. Look at the RF. Just look at that draw. It is pulling like crazy, and it's not pulling it from this cell. That is just fresh power generation. That is sexy, kids. Sexy. Wow. I'm actually going to let it run like that for a minute because I don't need this power setup to run the upstairs. So I'm actually just going to leave it alone for a minute just to make sure. Oh, you know what? I think it might be pulling from these guys is what it might be doing. How very interesting. Hmm. I have this one set to. Why would I have this one set to flippity flip flop flippity flu? Holy, come on, come on. Okay, so that one's going up. That one's going down, but it's very minimal. All right, we're going to check it just to make sure everything's... God, look at the power on that thing. It's already up to a quarter full. All right, so we're going to switch this back over to this. We're going to see what it does. It just basically stops it dead. Huh. Anyway, well, I'll screw around with that on not your time. We will get back to that. Okay, we have tartarite. We need to do things with this. Um, I do think I want to make a battle axe, just because it's a battle axe. How cool is that? Oh, something else I forgot. I wanted to show you one other thing. I know. My brain. I know. These mech jetpacks, which, in addition to looking awesome, I mean, seriously, they look amazing. Uh, I mean, really? I love these little guys. It's got my overalls, my green hat, and my jetpack. I'm a farmer of the future, my friends. But we need to charge them up. So, what you do is you come over to your electrolytic, you dump it in, and it should. Wait, which side do you put it in? No, which? Uh, what? I thought it was just put it in here and it should work. Why work? It's full on juice. It's full on everything. Why work? Why aren't you storing? It should store. Really should, I promise you. Oh, it certainly doesn't appear to want to. I can't put it in there. Can't put it in there. Can only go there and there. And it sure isn't adding anything to it. What if I change this to nothing? And I put this in there. Ah! Ha ha ha! I'm an idiot. But I figured it out. I'm a giant goober. Okay, well, I'm going to let that sit for a little bit because that's got a ways to go before it's full. So we'll come back to that at a later date. But it's now in there charging. So that's another reason to have hydrogen generators all over the place is they charge up your mech jetpack, which is so much better in terms of aesthetics and in terms of um, I mean, honestly, I think it's an easier craft recipe. It doesn't, you don't have to go through the 26 iterations in order to get it to the advanced whoop-de-doo version. So from that respect, I like it a lot better. But that's just me, and everybody's got their own preference. I throw it out there because now you know about it. So there we go. All right, now we are on to the next topic, which is tartarite. Tartarite. Great word. Fun word. I think I'm going to make a battle axe out of it. Might also do some armor. I don't know. There's so much that we can do with here. The best part is there's 40 ingots in there right now, right? AT. We have more. Adamanta. There we go. And 1, 2, 3. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. That's all you need to know. Take it. Slap it in there. Boop, boop. Ah. So we're going to let that brew up too. So we're going to end up with a bunch of tartarite to where we can do a whole lot of different things. So as a matter of fact, let's actually go ahead. Nah, we'll wait. Nah, we won't. I don't know. I don't want to wait. I'm going to make a broad axe. I'm going to make the heads for it. I know there are other weapons that are better depending on, I mean, honestly, if you want to min-max, if you want to be the absolute top end, yeah, you probably should go ahead and make a longsword. You can make an argument for the rapier too. Maybe even the broadsword. Battle axe really isn't the top end, other than the fact it just looks awesome. It's fun to run around and whack things. Plus, I love the speed boost you get out of it. It's so much fun. It's great. It's just a great, fun weapon. And honestly, isn't that why we do a lot of what we do anyway? So let's go ahead and, poor hamster, let's go ahead and we'll make ourselves, we're going to do some work. We're going to do some work. All right, come here, you. Stuff pours slowly. Ooh, that is a problem. I don't have the updated graphics for it yet. Might have to do something about that. I don't know if extra TIC Has, because Tartarite is from Extra TIC. I wonder if that graphic pack is out there. I'll have to go. I will have to do some investigation, shall we say. Because, yeah, clearly. I'm not going to use it if it looks ugly. Psh, what's the point of that? You'll notice also that that's 8 ingots a whack. It is not cheap, kids. It's so awesome. Let's put the rest of it in there because why not? AT is this guy. We're gonna have a few extra leftover atoms, um, which is, I mean, it is what it is. We'll smelt it up and we get more Atlarius later. It's Atlarius. Like hilarious? No? All right. Well, this is worth a shot. Okay, so we need the tough rod. No, we don't want to do that. We want to do the tough binding pattern. There we go. And we're going to need to figure out tough binding because we like our paper bindings. That's important. We are going to need to figure out what to make this handle out of. I don't know the answer to that question. That's going to be kind of tough, is what to make the handle out of. Um, I'm also going to pour us up a couple of blocks of the stuff because we want to. I love watching that. We're going to pour up a couple of blocks of tartarite as well. That way we've got the ability to make armor and whatnot. So 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye. Why did the rest of you no go? Oh, okay. It's just graphics, I guess. No, it didn't. Where the heck did they go? They go into my backpack? We're having a weird little... No, that's junky manganese. Where you go and why you know where you're supposed to be. There's just the one. Investigation. We're going to look for stuff. It's clearly not in there. Clearly not in, what? By the way, you'll see that this is an ender chest now. What I did was actually hook that up to my mining world as well. So I thought that was a decent little idea. Now, why aren't you showing up is the next question. I'm having a heck of a day here. I'll tell you what. Oh. Well, let's do this. I don't think this is the problem, but I mean that should have been fine the whole time. All right, let's get out of here. I really should have built a better way in and out. Still only one. What in the flip is going on? I don't like this, Sam. I do not like it with some ham. It must not have poured because there's an awful lot in there. Hmm. I'm gonna make cow noises until I figure it out. Whatever. It'll do its thing. We'll come back to it later. See, it's counting down. I'm gonna watch it now. I'm watching you. All right, where are you at? Okay, so it goes away, gets pulled into the chest, and it's right there. I don't know. Whatever. Goofy. Okay, so we've got our tartarite stuff, and we still need to figure out what to make the handle out of. Do I want to make a tart handle? I could. You know what? Let's do that. Why not? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's take the tough rod. Tough rod. That's what we needed. Tough rod cast. We'll pull up our broad axe. Let's do it out of. Let's just do it. Let's be classy, San Diego. Let's do that. Seems like a legitimate plan. So we got our paper tough. We got our lumberjack heads. We got our 16-bit color. You betcha. I am going to definitely find a texture pack upgrade for this. I'll promise you that much. Battle axe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Battle axe writable. You see, it starts at 5 hearts as opposed to. Okay, so it starts at 5 hearts. By the way, this shows you mining speed, mining level, modifiers remaining, blah, blah, blah. Look at that durability. That thing is amazing. Anyway, I actually wonder if I should have made. Here's a question for you. Here's a question for you. If we make a tough rod out of paper, how much would that kill the durability? Let's play this game. Because this is the kind of stuff that I don't ever pay attention to because it's still got 5,000 durability and it grabs another modifier doing it that way. Hmm. Especially if I'm going to put moss on it anyway. 5,000 ought to be more than enough, don't you think? I might do this. I might just do this. Anyway, the point was it's got, you saw it started with a default of 5 attack power. You put like my axe in there. Oh, where the heck is this? This is what I was looking for. With all, it's up to 6.5, and that's with all this quartz on it and everything else. I'm pretty sure I can get the tart one up well past that. So anyway, I think that's the direction we're going to go, and I think we'll probably end up doing it out of paper. So now I've got a tart handle rod that I don't need. I told you I don't necessarily plan out all that well. Um, there's our enriched alloy we were going to need earlier. We will go ahead and get back to that at some point. Anyway, this kind of gives you guys a quick catch up as to what I've been up to, the foolishness that I have been doing. God, the hamster's having a rough day. He's been eating it a little bit here recently. I will give you guys just a quick tour of my mining age, and then we'll probably call it for the day. But I do want to we'll go take a quick peek in here, just so you guys can see it. I mean, why not? And this is, by the way, for anybody else, it's just your standard mining age. I didn't do anything goofy with the pages or anything. Thank you very much. Um, and it's, I mean, just your standard old little quarry. The way I've got it hooked up is quarry dumps into the ender chest, which immediately goes back to the base and gets pulled out and dropped into the ME network. Pretty straightforward stuff. Power for it up top is a collection of my friends, the wind turbines. And it just dumps right in there, dumps down into the cube, and off we go. By the way, I don't know if it always used to be this way. Uh, Great, now I have friends. Well, that's fine. We're just going to go punch these guys a little bit. Pardon me. Um, yes, yes. I don't know if it always used to be the case. That, by the way, this world is full of zombies for whatever reason. I am not really sure why. There's another one. They're all over. Um, what was I saying? I was saying something of profound importance. Really wasn't, but I was saying something, and then I can't remember what the Sam heck it was. Oh, the turbines. I remember now. The turbines. I could have sworn that those were powered out the back of the unit as little as a couple of weeks, maybe a month ago. When I had the windmill, remember the windmill? I'm pretty sure I powered it by pulling a line out the back of the turbine. Those you can only power out of the front of the turbine now. So, yep, that seems a little interesting to me. By the way, do you guys like how I did golden lanterns in here instead of torches? I kind of like the look. Um, Let me know what you think. I kind of like it. It's a little more interesting this way, I think. But that's just me, and I mean, it's picking about details. I may have to do something about this lava floor too, because it feels like it kind of lags things up a little bit. So I may have to monkey with that too. But mainly, I think we got the important parts of our episode knocked out today. We got our hydrogen plant up and running. You guys hopefully have a better idea on, hey, look at that, our jetpack's done. Output hydrogen. There we go. And we'll leave the episode. First off, actually, I want to do one thing first. I want to get that, and I want to picture it. Maybe do it. Yeah, there isn't really enough room to do my ridiculousness, is there? I'm a knucklehead. All right. I think what we'll do though, to show the folks who haven't seen the jetpack before, um, we'll take that out and just give it a quick spin. Oh, come on, let me up. Thank you. Because I do want to show people what it looks like. Oh, the other nice thing between this one versus our good friend the IC2 one is that this one doesn't have a height restriction. So, ladies and gentlemen, Redius 1 taking off. love the flames. It's so awesome. Dun dun da 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 da. Seriously, we're just gonna keep going right on up. My hydrogen. Oh, thank God! I was gonna say I didn't know that there was a hydrogen thing. It's in the bottom left-hand corner. Mode regular. Hydrogen. You plenty. I'm at 350, 360, 370. I really don't think this is gonna. I can fly to the sun. Yeah. I love this jetpack. It's so cool. The flames are awesome. Anyway, yeah, I took a picture of that too. Cause I'm a goober. All right, well, we're 500 and something feet up, so I think that's probably time for me to say see you later. Thanks for watching. If you like it, leave a thumbs up. Always subscribe. We appreciate all those things. So thank you guys again for sticking around. Next time, I think next time we might delve a little deeper into Ars Magica and see if we can get some good old-fashioned spells cranked up. See if we can figure out the whole Nexus routine. Because right now I'm just using normal neutral nexuses. Nexi? Whoosh! You got me all the way down to the bottom. That was awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Have a good day.